Salutations humanoids and welcome to a brand new mate video. So what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna do our first Shima review of this channel. I'm sorry for not being too frequent on posting videos. It's just that it has been just a couple of mishaps, maybe just a bunch of coincidences happening at the same time that I just cannot really record. Like I got sick, and then I had university finals, and then I got sick again, and it's been like 2 months, I guess. So that's one thing, but I'm happy, and I hope I can be a little bit more frequent with the videos, because I'm doing a trip in like a month, I guess. And I will be basically just hunting for all sorts of mate stuff and content for me to record and buy and shit. So yeah, be looking for that in the near future. So what we have here today, this is our first Shima of the channel. So Chimarrão is just mate, but it's very finely grounded and it's still fresh and green. So it's not aged, or not dry aged or smoked or anything like that. It's just fresh as the yerba comes. Yes, it is dry, so it doesn't have any moisture inside, but still, it's green. It's very green and very fresh. So that's why most packages come in vacuum sealed, and a proper way to store them is either on a very cold part of your fridge or your freezer. So today we have the Chimarrão Leão. Leão is a brand by Coca-Cola. Does it say Coca-Cola here? I don't know if it does. I really don't know if it does. Wait, I never checked this, but I don't think they say Coca-Cola here. No, but Leão is owned by Coca-Cola. And yeah, they have been doing mate for quite a while, but not like traditional mate. They have been doing mate as a tea. So it's basically Argentinian grounded, like tereré ground. But instead of it being aged, it's just roasted just like coffee, and you prepare it like a normal tea. So this is Chimarrão Leão. It's produced by Verdelândia, if I'm not mistaken. Does it say right here? Verdelândia. Yes, right here. On the state of Paraná. So basically this is Coca-Cola's attempt at getting into the mate market. And it is pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I had a few sips of this before, but it's been a while since I've drank this Chimarrão. So let's try it. I have a stainless steel gourd, so that no other factors like the calabash effect on the taste that we're trying right now. And this bomba, which has the filter, just so I don't get any bits, because I don't like the bits. Stainless steel as well. So there's no rust in any of them. I cleaned this properly before making this video. And something you guys might not be familiar with, Vira Mate. So the Vira Mate, I got it in like a clear plastic just so I can show in the video what it's doing. But anyway, let's start. So, let me just a little bit. Not too much powder coming off. It smells very green, very fresh. Usually people will say it smells like herbal. For me, it smells like grass, like very grassy, like freshly mown lawn, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like that. So, I'm gonna put halfway to the gourd, just a little bit on my hand, so you guys can see. So there's a lot of stems on this yerba. I hope it's focusing. So there's a lot of stems in this yerba. It is very powdery, as you can see. very powdery. And it says right here on the packaging, it says moagem média. So it's basically a medium cut. It's not a traditional chimarrão cut, but it's also not coarse cut. So it's not moída grossa, which is fairly interesting. I've never seen any other brand do this, so maybe they're betting on it so they can differentiate this yerba from the others from Verdelândia, which they're outsourcing the production from. I've heard people say this tastes differently from Verdelândia. Ooh, see, I got one right here. You can see there are some very, very big bits on this. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys what this thing right here really does. I've used it a lot, so it looks a little bit opaque, but it's not because it's dirty. I mean, it is a little bit now that I'm putting my greasy fingers all over it, but sorry, it's because I've used it so much. I've been using this one for like 2-3 years now. So yeah, it has become opaque from doing this on the cuia too much. So first, what I mostly do when I prepare my shima, I turned it completely upside down and I shake it just so that all the stems go to the bottom of the cuia and all the powder stays on the top. That ensures a better filtration. So you can see it is all powder. So what we do right now is we shake it just a little bit, just so it goes half and half. Ooh, look at this. Pat it down with the bomba so we don't get. Whew. So the stainless steel gourd I'm using for this is a Termolar Tupi, which is pretty good. I have no complaints on my behalf. And it even has a foam part at the bottom, so it doesn't slip, unlike the Stanley one. And for the water, I will be using this Termolar Magic Pump and not the normal thermos you might be used to with drinking your mate, because this mate foams a lot. It has a lot of saponins on it because it's still green, so it foams a lot. So if you can extract better your saponins, you need a powerful stream of water to do so, and this is exactly what it does. But first, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll try to show you. I put it first on the edge of the cuia and I press it very gently so it just streams down the wall of the gourd, so it just doesn't basically just puts down my mountain. There we go. With all this set, I usually tap. How do I say this? I block the end of the bombilla so I can do this. And if it goes poof, it means I positioned it right. If it doesn't, it means I screwed up. So putting your finger over the hole, like the mouthpiece of the bomba, usually does not stop it from clogging. It usually just tells you if you did a good job on positioning it or not. That's why I do it. Do not believe someone who says it makes you not clog. I've seen a lot of people do it and it not clogging. It doesn't prevent clogging. Just basically tells you if you did a good job or not. So, first sip, it's gonna be bitter as hell. And I do not have a place to spit it to. Such as life. Okay, first of all, very grassy, very green, but I get a little bit of smokiness, I think. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of smokiness. It is not too strong though. Let me make it a little bit more pleasant to look at, because it's starting to, my mountain's already starting to fall. See, that's one of the bad parts of using a stainless steel gourd, is that your mountain does not hold up as well as it should with like a calabash or something. I hope you guys can see it. I really hope you guys can see it. I have 3 calabashes, but it's better if I don't use any for the review. Still. Yeah, I think I heated up the water a little bit too much. It's a little bit too hot for my taste. So usually I try to put my water, like eyeball it, because I don't have a thermometer, at 72, 75-ish. This is probably like 78, 80. It's kind of stinging my tongue a little bit, but it's not close to boiling. Ow. Okay, yeah, this does sting a little bit. But yeah, I've got some grassy, like very, very grassy flavor. That's the thing. You won't notice much of a difference between chimas unless it's composta, as they say. So it, I don't know, they might have some spices, some other teas, cinnamon, anise, clove sometimes. I tried a mango one once. I wish I still had it. I drank it all. But yeah, sometimes they put fruit, like tangerine. So unless you're drinking one of those, it's pretty hard to get like a very different taste from Chima. So yeah, what I was saying about the pump is this right here. Look at the amount of foam you get when you use one of this. It basically means you're extracting 100% of the potential of your mate, and that's why most people in Brazil and some part of Uruguay drink this specific mate with this specific pump. Now you can of course drink it with a regular thermos. It's just won't taste as great. Yeah. But if you're preparing it in like a very small cuya, for example, or like a very small like Argentinian mate, for example, I'd rather use a regular thermos than this one, because it can get messy. It can like make your mountain topple, and it will clog your bomba, and you won't be able to drink shit. It's a little bit too hot for me, but yeah, I'm getting a very like earthy taste now. It developed a lot from just like letting water pour down to like just hammering it on it. It got less bitter, but it got very, very earthy. It's way more drinkable now. But, sorry, yeah. Wow. I haven't had lunch yet, so drinking Shima this fast making my stomach go like halt. It's not liking what I'm doing. Let's see. What do I have? What can we see here? Oh yeah, it states specifically that you should consume it between 69 nice and 75 Celsius. It's very good to have this on the packaging. It has the story and everything about that, but I assume most people know, at least in Brazil, what is Leão and what do they do. Yeah, a very mild mixture between like earthy and like grassy tones usually. More earthy now that I'm using the pump. Let's see on the third pour. What do we get? It's foamy as always. And usually the whiter the foam, the better, and the smaller the bubbles, the better as well. Yeah, it's kind of changing from grassy to earthy tones now. But I don't know. I've heard some people say they got like some smoky tones from it. I'm not feeling any smokiness from it, honestly. No, not a clue. Oh, one of the downsides that I noticed from using a stainless steel gourd is that since it doesn't retain heat, since it doesn't like retain heat in itself, it basically just expels heat inward, so it doesn't get hot. All of this heat goes to the bomba, and it's very, very hot to the touch. So you have to drink really fast. This is a downside of a stainless steel gourd, but you don't have like all the maintenance issues, all the molding issues. It's basically just it's ready right out of the box when you buy it. And it lasts a lot longer as well. I still prefer to drink, especially my Shima, on a calabash gourd. Like that one over there. I have like a criollo, I think they call it in Argentina. It's usually like that, which has basically the shape of a cuya, but it's like mounted on a leather base, basically, so you can tilt it around. Ah man, and I prefer that 100 times over this one. It's just that I do not want any external taste to basically override the taste of the Shima that I'm getting. So yeah, I want this to be like as pure as possible for me to make a review. Which was a mistake I didn't notice when I did the last two reviews that I did the terere mukbang and one of the Argentinian mates. I did it in the in the wooden gourd that it tasted very buttery, and that's because I cured it with butter, because that's how you cure a wooden gourd. And the terere, I just didn't have enough glasses for 5 terere at once, so I had to use the guampa right there, which I don't think retains much flavor, but the base of it, like the base of it is wood. It's not like completely horn, like hollowed out horn. It has a hole, and they stopped the hole with a piece of wood, and that wood retains flavor, because if I go get it for you guys to see, you can see it's completely green. It is absurdly green on the outside even. So it was not the purest example of what to do if you're trying to review purely on flavor, but it was the only way. I tried my best, okay? I tried my best. Let's go for the last pour right here. Yeah, it usually stains a lot on the green notes, like everyone says. It is a little bit more mild though than a normal Shima. Not as much as like a traditional yerba, but it's definitely less strong than a muida grossa, so like a coarse cut, which is what I usually strive to buy, what I usually try to buy. So yeah, it's basically what they say. What I think what they mean with this moagem média is that for you to prepare it, it didn't really feel any different from a regular shima. It didn't really feel like a coarse cut. Not that the coarse cut is too different, but the coarse cut usually gets a little bit bigger. You know, it expands a bit, just like Uruguayan yerba. And this one didn't happen, even though it's not finely cut. It's not traditional cut. But the taste is way more comparable to traditional than a coarse cut. So if you're thinking of buying this because you want to get into coarse cut and leave traditional, but you don't know where to start, I would say that if you can get this for a reasonable price, it would probably be a good option. Here in Brazil, it usually sells around, like, retails around like 20 to 30 BRL, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen some people buy it for 15, but I wouldn't count on that much. So yeah, I'm putting the price on the screen right now, and some conversions and some currencies that might be interesting for you. Be sure to follow them. I don't know where this is. Instagram? Yep, Instagram. Leão Infusões. I mean, if you don't speak Portuguese, it's going to be a little bit hard, I think. But yeah, maybe they post like a Tereré update. I have their Tereré here. So probably the next video coming out is going to be their Tereré review. I want to do Baldo as well. I have like a very old Baldo bag that I just opened. And I missed how good Baldo was. Because I've been drinking just any random Uruguayan brand for so long that I just missed Baldo. I had like 2 kilograms of Baldo just sitting in there for like more than a year. And the expiration date is for later this month, so I have to finish it ASAP. So I'm planning on doing a review as well. Anyway, yeah, it's not sweet. It's finally one of the few yerbas that I tasted that do not taste sweet for me, which is interesting. I'm not getting the smokiness though. Maybe my palate is already fried from drinking too much mate. But anyway, yeah, very grassy and earthy flavors, but nothing beyond that. Strong, but not too strong, but it's not as mild as a traditional Shima. And I don't know, I didn't feel any smokiness from it at all. Maybe my pack is old, maybe my pack didn't get smoked as well as the other ones. I've heard more people than not say they got like a slightly smoky taste out of this. I didn't, but anyway. This is the end of the video, of the review of the Chimarrão Leão. Oh yeah, I forgot to say it's nativa. So it's basically, it's not planted. They just gather the mate they have around. So it's basically like native mate trees. It's not like a farm. It's not a mate farm. I'll probably explain that on another video. I have to do like a yerba mate type videos, although there's already a lot of them. I kind of should explain with my own words and my own mates as well. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, share, all the bullshit YouTube likes to do. Leave a comment if you have any criticism, any idea of what should I do next, what I should review next. And anyways, that's it for this video. Farewell. Bro. Fucking look at this. Damn.